Enzo Shine.
Hello, tell me. I'm driving. Sorry. Tell me.
Who invited you, Enzo? He's good? Okay, thank you.
Dorian Enzo is my friend.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
That's a
It's okay, bro.
yeah, thank you. Sorry, Enzo.
It's okay.
You're good hands with Daniel. Sorry.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, we'll start when Reese gives us the go. He's got to start the YouTube and he'll give us the go, and then we'll get started. And we'll keep this call quick, guys. Are we live? Let me know when we're live.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube now. Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Welcome to the call today. My name is Dorian Saunders and David Frank. David Frank is works for Daoversal in Dubai, and we were lucky enough to get him on this call with us today to give us a quick update from the call we had last week when I was in Dubai. And what I could say, just like last week, I will continue to go to Dubai to collect information or data or however you want to look at it for our community until I'm tired or I cannot do it. When I go, I try not to go. It's not for myself. It's to be your eyes, your ears, so you can kind of know, like, if I come back alive and breathing, you know things are good. If I come back with a thumbs up, we're still good. We may be treading in hot water. The water may be a little hot right now and not to our liking. But I can tell you things are moving, but they're moving slow. Last week, when I said that Neo was out of pocket on personal issues and there was a chance we'd get him back in a week or so, I did speak on that. He's still not able to. He still has some personal issues. What I can say, and this is going to make some people mad, and some people aren't going to care, but I got to say it the way like this. Neil has some personal issues. I know exactly what they are. Are they unfortunate? Yes. Will he be back? Yes. Is he still bullish on the project? Yes. But Neo is vital to this project. As I told you last week, when I first came out to Dubai, I really, I met Neo, I got to talk to him, but I didn't have like a full-on relationship with him. My goal was to have a relationship with him, kind of like I have with David Frank, Mohammed, and Jonah. But what I can say about Neo is he's a straight shooter. And Neo, when he came into this and he set up the TFA for us, and he was the one that handled it. Daoversal, Mohammed, Jonah, Ash, and their tech team really didn't have much to do with the TFA. The TFA was something that Neo did to help the wounded warriors from the hyperverse, whatever you want to call it, problem. And Neo is the one that's funded that. Neo is the one that spearheaded that. And while Neo is having some personal issues that he has to deal with, that is on hold for now. From my last conversation with Neo, he was going to keep it going using a third-party process, and which I agreed with it. There was 3 different ways we had to keep it going. Jonah and Mohammed, they separated themselves from it then, and they're separating themselves from it now. Now, what I can say with clarity is Neo is going to be back. Neo is still with us, and he wants to finance this project. He's just has some personal issues he's dealing with now. I am not in a position to tell you his personal issues. I'm going to leave that for him if he so choose to. Okay, I'll leave that for him. Number one. Number two, what we're looking at, as I've been in Dubai, yes, because Neo is the financier of this project, some of our things, our products are moving at a snail's pace. Number one, the project as far as Myspace. Kevin Barefoot or the Bureau have been working really hard to promote Myspace. And I know Muhammad and Ash were working really hard to promote Myspace. And Jonah worked really hard to put the product together for Myspace. Unfortunately, Neo's backing and his financiers around him also funded Myspace. While Neo is dealing with this situation, the funding for Myspace, why it didn't happen, we couldn't fund it yet. So is it going to happen? Yes. Is the infrastructure ready for it? Yes. What's stopping it is not technology. It is basically the personal issue with Neo. This is something I want to say. And you can take that good or bad. The way I look at it, I like to come in the middle. The good is it's ready to go. Okay. That's the good. The bad is Neo's not. Okay. So, and Neo's alive. Okay. He just has a personal issue. And some people say, well, Dorian, give us his personal issue. It's only fair. We invested our money. We need his personal issue. Guys, no offense. I don't want nobody to know my personal issues. My stuff stinks just like everybody else. Okay. I'm not perfect. There's things in my life that are personal that I wouldn't want no one to know. And this is one of those things Neo may or may not want you to know. Some of you could speculate on what's going on. Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, but nobody on the Daoversal side is going to comment on it out of not disrespect for you, but out of respect for that man. The few times I got to meet that man, I can say, eyeball to eyeball, Neo is a man of few words, but the words he says has meaning. He just doesn't talk out the side of his mouth saying anything that doesn't mean anything. So that gives me peace, knowing that when I looked him in the eye and I talked to him about the TFA, and we talked about those three options to keep it going well past 3 years, he is not just blowing smoke. So I believe him there. And the other thing I would say, the other issues we have is the exchange rate on the Dow T. Jonah has full control over that exchange rate. I wanted to give you guys some pros and cons on what Jonah's struggling with on doing the exchange rate to allow withdrawals right now on the Dow T. The pro in doing the exchange rate right now is you guys can start withdrawing the Dow T now. Okay. But notice the Dow T won't be backed by the product. So since the Dow T is not backed by the product, if Jonah gives that exchange rate now, it's good and bad. A lot of you are going to be very happy. And then about a week later, a lot of you are going to be very mad. Okay. So Jonah's caught between a rock and a hard place. Do I give the children what they want and they bite their own feet off? Or do I try to hold the thing together until Neo comes back? Because the goal is to keep Dow T at a certain limit, and Dow T needs to be pegged to a product. Okay, the tools go together. So that is a little bit of strategy, but Jonah wants to make everybody happy. So Jonah is on the precipice of giving that exchange rate, which I have to say, as a person in the middle, I hope he doesn't. Okay. Because those of you that are investors and understand the crypto maneuvering knows what happens to the Dow T as soon as we give that exchange rate open that exchange rate without the product. So Jonah may do it. That's not my call. I'm not in his ear. He's got enough pressure. I let him make that call. My goal is just to inform you guys so you know. If he gives that exchange rate, I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm going to wait for the product. That's just what I'm going to do. I can't tell you what to do. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I can only tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to not do anything until the product comes out, and then I'll make my decision based on the full body of the project. What's the other thing? The other thing that's been kind of an issue, kind of a concern, those of us that invested in the DAO token, the pre-launch. I'm one of those that invested on the pre-launch. There has been some issues on the airdrops in the accounts. Some of that is twofold. Some of that is tied to Neil and some of the things that Neil was going to do to back the token up. Neil and some of his investors were going to back the token up with certain things, with outright crypto and some other things. They were working on some strategies to back the token up so it could gradually go up to a certain level. That is not happening at this point. So some of the airdrop issue has to deal with some of those strategies that aren't happening yet. So is that bad? Yeah, you could say that's bad right now because some of our airdrops are running late. But when the personal issues are done, they will go back on point and the airdrops will start flowing like clockwork. What I can say, and some of you that were on earlier, I met with some of the leaders at the DFIC, the financial district in Dubai, and they were speaking with Mohammed and Ash. And some of the things I was sitting on was extremely exciting. These are things we didn't talk about yet. These are things that are in the works. Even while Neo is having his personal issue, there are 8 AI companies that are in the financial district. There are 8 AI. NVIDIA is one of them. Those of you who bought the stock probably are very happy with what happened with that AI stock. NVIDIA is there. I got to go into NVIDIA's office, and these 8 AI companies are looking to associate with other crypto or metaverse communities. How they're going to incorporate and what they're trying to do, I don't know. The only thing I said to them is whatever you choose to do with us, make sure there's money involved because we need it. Okay. That was my only 2 cents I could say. I'm not really an AI pro. I can't tell you, I can give you information about it. All I can say is NVIDIA is there. NVIDIA wants to associate and have a association of companies in the crypto metaverse space and communities. We are a community. The financial district wants to associate with our community. Now, where I was sweating bullets was, as I was telling you guys earlier, our community, if you come inside, as I said earlier, if you come in my home and I'm fighting with my mom, somebody can go, wow, Dorian, his mom, that's pure chaos. He doesn't love his mom don't love him. She told him to get out the house and he said blah, 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 whatever it may be. But in the end, I love my mom. I would die for my mom. She would die for me. We are one. You touch her, you touch me. You understand? Something happens to her, it happens to me, and vice versa. This community right now has some infighting. I can be honest with that. We all know. But we still are tied together. That is so important to us getting out of this situation and opening up the doors to the other things, like these other companies that are there that will associate with us and give us opportunities we couldn't even fathom. The real estate boom in Dubai is ridiculous. And when I say ridiculous, I'll say redunculous. There's been companies coming in from Singapore and all over the world trying to tie crypto coins and portions of ownership in these big skyrise, incredible buildings that are coming up in Dubai, where we can own pieces of it and share in pieces of the growth. Guys, I looked at the data. I sat with some of the banks out there. They're willing to finance this stuff. And if and there's some people a lot smarter than me, and all I can tell you is it's a 10-figure opportunity tying crypto to the real estate boom in Dubai. That had me kind of like, wow, all right. If they can figure out a legal way of doing it and keeping us out of trouble with our governments as far as it being legal, and that's out of my hands. So those are things that I'm going to go back for. I will definitely be back in Dubai immediately. The minute that Neo is free and I get word, I will get word the second Neo is available. I will be on a plane. Okay. I will be on a plane because I know how important Neo is to all of us, to all of your communities, and to us getting through this together. I will be back out there. I can also tell you in September, there's a meeting in the financial center of Dubai with a lot of the crypto giants and the AI companies. I'm going to be there. I don't know who got my ticket, but I got a ticket and I'm not going to miss it. I'm going to be there. Okay. Why am I going to be there? Because I want to be in the heat. I want to be in the heat for us, so that we can have hope, so we can be creative. And guys, moving forward, there's going to be so many opportunities for us. We could use our community and we can be creative and we can get ahead. David, I'm going to leave it to you for now. Thank you for being on here. I said enough. If you have something you want to offer, say.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I believe everyone can hear my voice. First of all, thank you for Dorian for holding this Zoom invitation as well, right? The second one is, of course, like I need to thank as well all the people who still stick up with me with the Daoversal as well. Some people that maybe I often chat to, right? Some of the other leaders as well. That still keep communication with me as well. I'm really happy, right? Uh, the thing that I need to let you know that BC, I'm one of the community managers, right? There are two people here at the moment. The first one is me, right? So I'm working for the Jonah as Mohammed, right? And the second one is Alex, right? Basically, like she is my assistant, right? And in terms of, let's say, any the structure as well, most of the time it's going to be it's Jonah Ash Mohammed, right? And basically the answer to Neo, and Neo give the things, to be discussed within Jonah, Ash, and Muhammad as well. So basically, what I know, or let's say what I do, is based on either Jonah's or Ash or Muhammad's instruction to me, right? So what I just need as well that I need to update you actually since this beginning of July, uh, we all here at the moment now work remotely, right, or work on remote basis. As I've told Dorian as well, I actually do not live in the IFC, right? I actually live just a couple of metro stations away from the IFC itself, right? And what I can say is, actually, I know it's been pretty tough months. Let's say even starting this February, right? Even let's say until now, right? what I can say that because Neo is like the main guy, the main, the main, how to say, the money back guy, right? You can say that he's the one that making the calls, having the decision, right? And in terms of the financing as well. So yeah, so exactly what Dorian says. Once uh once Neo's out of his issues, everything will be fixed up, right? And what I need to do at the moment, I'm also asking for your help as well. Please help us keep the community united as well. Still keep believing the project because I still do as well in terms of the project as well. We've been through some rock bumps in the recent time being, but it doesn't mean that the project stops, right? As what this Dorian says, the project was very slow, but it doesn't stop, right? It will go in there, right? And in the meantime, it's very important for us to keep our belief in the project as well, right? And you see, well, for example, the doubt it keep going up, and let's say it's keep going down again. I mean, it's I believe every project is always like that, right? It always goes up and always goes down as well. And secondly, that what I need to add as well, in terms of the exchange, actually, yeah, Jonah has been telling me that actually for the exchange rate between the RC and BU and the Delta as well. But in terms of exact timing, I do not know, right? Because there are some things that maybe Jonas will consider and maybe he's not ready to convey that yet, right? Or maybe there's some of the IT preparation tech behind it, which I'm not really in charge of that, right? I'm in charge of making the announcement and maybe like, I'm pretty sure, for example, some people here in this Zoom session know me as well on Discord, with me checking the Discord, the Telegram group as well, the social media. That's me, right? So what I want to say is I'm not in charge of making decision as well. But once I get the instruction, once I know the things that I could convey to everyone, I'll do it as soon as possible as well. And at the moment, we can just only wait until Neo's out of his issues, and we can start going there pretty soon, right? So just stay tuned, right? If let's say there's anything that any of you guys would like to say, you can just privately reach me out, right? I might be not replying as well because like I'm also like there are a lot of messages as well, but no worry, after do my best to reach out as well, or you can just tag me in the group because still like every day I still check the group as well, right? I still inform you, I still reply as well, right? You still see, like every day if you see the blockchain news, that's what I post, right? Every day. So that means like it also shows that the project is still there. I'm still there as well, and just that that Jonah and Muhammad also are also still in the project as well, right? Just what Dorian has said as well. Like last week, he met Jonah and Muhammad as well. Everyone's still here. It's just like things have been very. I was going to say like very slow, just like a turtle, and that's a fact. But just stay tuned, right? And keep united. I think that's what I would say at the moment, right? And yeah, hopefully this Dorian, let's say if in next week, or maybe let's say maybe like in a couple of days later when you come to Dubai, please let me know as well, yeah, so that we can meet up.
Yes, I'll give you a call. There's one thing I got to correct, one bit of information I got to correct. Last week I said that Mohammed was financially supporting the project by himself, but that wasn't true. Mohammed is financially supporting the project in Neo's while Neo's going through his issue, but also Jonah and Ash. Jonah and Ash are financially backing. So Muhammad, Jonah, and Ash are financially keeping us from dying. Okay, and I appreciate them doing that and stepping up and doing what they can. They're all three doing it. I can also tell you, David Frank has been in the background fighting on your behalf. Like even in some cases, uh, going against like David has a job, and he he's been fighting for the David and Muhammad and Ash and other Daoversal leaders to be on the Zoom with you guys. He's been trying to make that happen, and 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 he has come on here in their stead. What I can say is with confidence, Jonah and Muhammad and Ash are there. They just don't want to, how do I say it? Come on here without anything to say. They want to give you guys something. So David, Frank, and I, our number one goal is to show you it's still going, and and to keep this community together, because that is what keeps the lights on, and so to speak, and also opens the doors for the other stuff. So that's all I have for now, until I'm in the air again. And hopefully that's, like David said, hopefully that's today. Guys, if I get news today, I'm gone today. If there's a flight of it, I'll be in the air for 20 some hours, or however long it takes me to get and land. I will fly out I'd fly where I need to go. Okay. To get us, so we're in the know. Okay. And if I'm there,
Dorian,
yeah.
okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead first. Yeah, because actually there's one thing to add as well from mine. May I add, or you can just continue first?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
So,
you may
okay.
continue
So,
first. Yeah.
if I am in Dubai and you can't be in Dubai, look at it like you are there. I am your eyes and I am your mouth. I'm feeling what you're feeling. It is not easy for me to fly halfway across the world and be gone from my family and my comfort. It's not easy. There's a cost uh, to do that. I do that because I feel like I have to do it, because I can do it and everybody can't do it. And it doesn't make me better than you or higher than you or a bigger opportunity. It just, all it is that I am your eyes, and then I'm also your mouth. I can speak to them our pain because I'm feeling your pain. Does it make sense? So when I'm there, it's you there. And this is me reporting back to you. And I will be going back, and I will be resting, sleeping, keeping my stress down, taking care of this body, my temple, so that I can handle it. The travel. And that's, unless General Kev, unless you want to say something, anybody else, Daniel, the guys on here.
Now go on over to David first, Dorian.
Okay.
Let's say, okay. First of all, in terms of Neo as well, actually the one making connection with Neo at the moment is Jonah only. From that's what I understand. I don't even know personally. Like I need to ask Mohammed or Ash or let's say Jonah as well to know about that, right? And the second thing, yeah, all about the updates. I'm pretty much aware as well in terms of the Dao team, you know, being the value of that. The TFA, for example, yeah. I'm going to be honestly, I do not know as well because in terms of the Neo's personal issues changed a lot of stuff that it seems that I'm going to say this like we're stuck. Like it's not that it's not we don't stop, but we just get stuck. That's the reality at the moment. Um, However, like in the recent weeks, actually, when I've had some calls right with Jonah, and Jonah told me that yeah, Neo's going to make it, and I still believe that, right? That's the reason why actually the project's still going on. So yeah, just kindly wait, right? Yeah, I think that's actually from my end. I just need to add that only for a bit. Thank you.
Thank you. General Kev from the Bureau. What does the Bureau have?
Okay, Dorian. Okay, thank you for letting me speak. Okay, I'd just like to add a little bit about transparency. And I want to remind members, and first of all, thank you for David for coming on and having a talk and, saying his bit this evening. I think it's important for the community to see David as well. And it's very respectful of him for doing this, because it builds up that trust within the community as well at a crucial time when people are, struggling at the moment. We understand that. I did mention this last week. But something I want to mention, as we've gone through, times of past, we've always strived for transparency. And what I can say, guys, is this is exactly what we're looking at now. It's transparency. Now, a lot of members don't understand that sometimes transparency can be negative as well as positive. But what I can say is the negative is crucial. In order to be transparent and be honest, at least we know where we stand. Okay. It's not a bad thing, guys. Transparency is important on both sides of the coin, good and bad. If all we heard was good, I would be questioning things. I've got to be honest, because nothing is ever 100% good. For those people that follow the stock exchange and, the world global financial markets, you take a look out there, guys, and it's all bad at the moment. But what we've got now, based on last week's Zoom call and this week's Zoom call, I'm happy. The very fact that we're progressing, David's joined us this week. He wasn't available last week. That's progress, okay? Transparency is here. It's progress in my eyes. The very fact that the truth is coming out, that the fact that the project is still there, we're working forward. Dorian is there waiting to go at the drop of a hat. Yeah. And I've got to admit, guys, and thank you for, mentioning that I've been promoting Myspace as much as possible. Guys, you won't believe the amount of stuff that we've got ready for Myspace when them doors open. And I don't say it if I can't prove it. Okay, it's ready. It's ready to hit. I'm ready to hit the floor running. Simple as that. Okay, so it's all there, guys. It's all in the background. We're just waiting for Neo. This was what we thought before. And Dorian, you do absolutely right. It's not on your shoulders, sir, to give Neo's private life online. Okay, we've got the transparency. We understand that, and that's all that's needed at the moment. That's the way I see it. Okay, guys, thanks for giving me a couple of minutes to say my bit. I think has Daniel got anything to say? Thank you.
Thank you, General. Thank you, Dorian. Thank you, David. I'm going to say something in Italian to allow the Italian people, and if you are okay with that.
Yes. Please do.
Ok, ragazzi, fondamentalmente perché sono qui questa sera Dorian e David. David, come sapete, è parte del team di Daoversal. Io apprezzo molto che ancora una volta Dorian si sia esposto. Settimana scorsa ricordiamo che a sue spese è andato a Dubai per portarci informazioni, per vedere cosa si stesse muovendo o non muovendo. Quindi attualmente ad oggi cosa abbiamo? Abbiamo ancora un progetto fondamentalmente fermo perché non abbiamo la possibilità di swappare i nostri DVRC, non c'è un tasso di cambio, non c'è mercato, non ci sono volumi. Sembra che sia tutto fermo, tutto sospeso. Bene, è proprio così, è tutto fermo e tutto sospeso. Questo perché manca la figura principale che è Neo, che in questo momento è impossibilitato ad operare sia sul DAOT che sul progetto stesso. Le buone notizie che riportano sia Dorian che David, che Neo una volta che sarà disponibile e ha tutte le intenzioni di far ripartire il progetto e a detta loro ovviamente, a detta di David, di far ripartire il progetto. E quindi per tutte quelle persone che pensano che sia fermato, che sia finito ad oggi Daoversal, perché a tutti potrebbe sembrare così, me compreso, quello che ci comunicano loro invece che una volta che il mio ritorni operativo riparta il tutto. Quindi noi ancora una volta con molta calma, molta pazienza, molta passione restiamo vigili in attesa senza perdere la testa. E niente, tutto qui. Io ringrazio ancora una volta Dorian, adesso glielo dirò anche in inglese, e senza qui ragazzi, è una traduzione molto breve, ma fondamentalmente quello che si è detto in un'ora è questo. Apprezzo la presenza, questa presenza di David che fino ad ora non c'era mai stata, credo, quindi rendendosi anche un po' portavoce di Daoversal è apprezzabile. E ancora una volta grazie a Dorian. Grazie a voi ragazzi per seguire ancora Daoversal. Okay, sorry for speaking Italian, and I want to say thank you for your time, thank you because you was going to buy last week in your with your money, with your time, and we really appreciate this. Thank you, David, because you are a part of the Daoversal team. So it's good to see you in this room tonight. And that's it, guys. So I understand until Neo don't will be ready to start again with Daoversal. We are now we are stopped, so we cannot go ahead. Okay, is correct?
Yeah, we're kind of moving at a snail's pace, but yes, correct.
Okay. So we hope Neo will be ready again because we want to go ahead with this project. And thank you guys for this Zoom and this information. Thank you all.
Thank you. All right, guys, that's a wrap until we're gone. David, I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Dorian, for everything.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dorian.